My name's Ryan Warrener. I'm 22 years of age and I've come down to Gentleman and Rogues for a haircut. Always my favourite place to come to get cut.
So, you're growing your hair, Ryan?
I am. Trying.
So we're going to grow your hair, and because you're growing it, we're going to do a scissor cut because we want it to look softer. We're going to take the sides in with a little bit of direction. We're going to leave the length through the top, but we're going to take the weight out of it today, just so it doesn't look so long. All right, on the sides. We want the length on the top, but not on the sides, because what's happening is this length through here is almost looking the same length as on the top. So I'm going to create that shape in there. All right. Let's get you moist. It looks better, just dampen it down. I can just charge you for that, mate. I can just follow you around with a water spray and just constantly damp your hair down for you. We're going to start on the sides. I'm not going to cut any baseline in. We're going to go straight in with our layering pattern, and I'm going to cut at an angle. The angle that I want the hair to come back. So I'm not going to cut it to come down. I'm going to cut it to come back this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slice the hair through at the angle that I want it to go in. So this is the direction that I'm moving. So if I take my section through here, that's the angle that I want it to work through. So because Ryan's got quite heavy hair, you have to be really careful about where you leave the weight and where you take the weight away from. So I want to take the weight away from this area around the ear, leave the weight through here, because that's going to create my shape now. So now I've gone in and done my layering through the front, I can now cut this because there's less hair there. It's easier for me to work with. So instantly, you can see that this is the area that I've done my layering through, and instantly it just wants to sit back. And the layers are supporting the weight on the top. So we carry on the directional pattern towards the back. We'll ignore Carlos blowing off. Just carry on, almost like it's not happened. So when I do a layering pattern through the hair, if you notice that my fingers are directed in the direction that the hair I want to go. So this is the direction I want to go. That's the angle I hold my hand. It helps the hair to sit back. So we're repeating the directional pattern on this side, taking the weight from here. So I left it lighter through here so I can see where I'm going, so I can cut around the ear. Push it forward. And it just finishes the hair, it just leaves it with that softer edge to it. So we're just taking the weight out, leaving some directional pattern through the hair. So you can see we've taken the weight from the lower section of the haircut, and it's working its way out now. Because it's a longer haircut, I don't want it to look too square. It needs to have a little bit of softness through here. So we take the weight from here, which holds the layering further up. So I'm going to go in and just scissor over comb this. Now, like I said in previous videos, I like to scissor over comb like on dry hair because you can see where you're going. But because Ryan's hair is so thick and there was a lot of it, it was easier to cut his hair when it was damp, because if I tried to get through his hair when it was dry, it would just take him forever. So we're just taking the weight out, and again you can see the direction that I want the hair to go. It's the direction I'm holding my fingers. And you can see it just starts to lay in there. Okay, Ryan, so I've taken the weight out of the bottom, taken the weight out of the sides. And what we did is we just did some point cutting through here, so it's a really soft taper on the edge. Okay, so we're going to keep the length on the top, but I want to take the weight out, so we're going to go back to using the razor. And like you can see this area where there's a lot of weight built up here. Length. I'm not taking any of the weight out of the front, because around the hairline tends to be where the hair is generally a lot lighter, so it's heavier through here, and towards the hairline it always feels lighter, so I don't need to take anything off there. So I take the weight out of this area and then I stop, and I check. So I cut a few sections and I check what it looks like. Shake it out, babe. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look, shake it again. And the shape just sits there perfectly. So just light texturizing scissors just through the nape. You just want to blend that in a little bit. Oh. Soften it up. So I don't know if you want to zoom in on Ryan's beard here. This is 18 weeks of growth for Ryan.
22 years.
Yeah.
But this will be my Movember.
This is.
It will be.
It's pretty.
You started now, are you?
Yeah. I started 21 years ago.
Okay, Ryan. That's all we're taking off today. Let's dry it through.
Ready, Shag?
And have a look. See how it looks when it's dry. All right. It will retain a little bit of the moisture,
Yeah.
and obviously it will dry out a little bit during the day, but it will still have that hold. So you've got it should feel a lot lighter, Ryan. But you know, you can see you've got that length in there. So I haven't taken any of the length away, but you've got shape in it now.
It's nice that it actually falls where I want it to, instead of like, you know, either side of my eyes.
Yeah. So it will feel lighter, but it will look just as long.
That's good. Oh, I love it.
So it's like cutting it's like being an illusionist. That's what barbering is. Smoke and mirrors, isn't it? Except I don't smoke. Yeah. Okay, let's show you the back, Ryan.
Then it will grow. grow a bit nicer down.
It will. Yeah, this will help because you won't need to have a haircut like every 4 weeks. You can wait every 6-8 weeks now for a haircut. See? So it sits back. It looks like a shape. It doesn't look.
Good from behind.
You look good from behind, which is what?
A first.
Which is a
I
first.
want to say it. I know you wanted to say it.
Which was what? No, I was going to say, which is what most people say about me. I look better from behind than I do from the front.
It's your good side.
Yeah, my good side is the back.
Now that you've made it to the end of the video, go ahead and treat yourself to some fine Beardbrand products over on our shop. If you're not already a subscriber, be sure to do that. And finally, keep on watching some more of our awesome videos.